Hello everyone, we are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and we're picking up pretty much right where we left off last episode. Just checking to make sure I have done everything I'm supposed to do to have this working. I think I have. And hello everybody in the chat. And yeah, so we are here with my well, I call it the gas tanker, but basically it's actually just really a big giant tank of oxidizer that's been struggling to get itself to the moon, because around the moon I have a station right here. We have it selected as a target, and said station is got a lander attached to it, but there's tons of liquid fuel stored on that station, but not very much oxidizer to support that lander. So that oxidizer is on its way there, and we're going to be dealing with that right off the bat. In addition, I'm going to be sending out another crew to the moon. I do have some contracts. Why don't we take a look at them? Whoops, they're hiding behind other windows here. Here we go. This is it. Got 3 contracts here to get down to the surface of the moon, including fixing up a rover that we'll take a look at in just a little bit. That's also sitting there on the surface of the moon. And that is all in support of collecting science. I just want to finish off these contracts. That's really my main goal here. Finish off these contracts, get the Kerbals then back home, and then start building towards an Ike mission. And I'll be honest, this series, by part 7, I was hoping to be done by part 9. So by this part, I was actually hoping to be getting into doing the Ike build. But that didn't happen. Things took longer than I anticipated. This vessel here having its adventures, it's been going for about 3 or 4 streams just itself. That doesn't help either. And but that's okay. We'll just keep going with the stream, however many parts it takes to get our Kerbals down onto Ike, maybe Duna, and then getting them back home safely. That will finish off this series. And I'm sort of looking like we're into the 1st of December now. We are looking at KSP 2 coming out in the later part of February. So by the time that is done, and I also need to do an Eve landing for those people that are following along with my landing on every body in the system series. I still got to land on Eve, so we'll get that done. I'm thinking those live streams kind of add it all together will probably carry me pretty much to KSP2, and then I'll just put all my energy into taking a look at what that is all about. So I think it'll work out timing well. We'll have to see. Who the heck knows? And oh, and speaking of streams and things like that, before I end up forgetting, I should mention that next stream, I'm going to have to cancel Thursday, so a week from now there will be no stream. That is because I am participating in marking math contests, specifically the, I should have these names down, the intermediate and senior mathematics competitions that are hosted by the University of Waterloo here in Ontario, Canada. They've already all been written, so I'll be helping in the marking. So if you happen to have written that contest and want to slip me, no, I'm only joking on that part, but that will take up a good part of next week. So I won't have time to do the stream, but then we'll pick it up 2 weeks from today, right wherever this one lets off. But in the meantime, this vessel here has itself a correction burn to keep itself from crashing into the moon and putting ourselves into a polar orbit. So that's coming up in just a couple of hours. The burn's only 2 seconds long, so let's see if we can reduce some of these throttle limits. I forgot last time I had... Whoa, shoot! Oh well. It was burning more or less in the right direction anyway. Sticky fingers there. I do have these Cub engines on here, so let's see if we can... I don't think I need those anymore, so let's knock off all the thrust limiters on those. Last episode I was trying to knock down the thrust and forgot that those were even there. Okay, so that has brought the burn up to 4 seconds. Yeah. Just like to have a reasonable burn. There we go. Okay, 8-second burn. All right, so let's get ourselves out there. Here comes the moon here. We're already pretty much locked on what we need to be locked onto, as I can see. It's just a pure normal burn. Yes, there was a solar storm that disrupted communications with this probe right at a crucial moment, just before when it was getting ready. This is its second time around the moon, because the first time there was a solar storm that disrupted communications, and I completely missed the capture burn, so this is attempt number 2. But in the meantime, I think I can just do this right now. Let's just do this. We're just burning. And we're going to have to make a pretty massive plane change, as you can see here as well. But that's okay. Main part of this is just simply missing the moon. There we go. Good's enough. Good enough. So we shall just, well, get ourselves to the moon, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I'm missing anything. I don't think I am missing anything. So moon's SOM. Moon's coming at us right from out of the sun. If you can see that. Yeah, it has been a long journey for this thing. Actually, if we take a look. Here, we're just about to cross in here. There we go. Just crossed into the sphere of influence there. But if we take a look. Oh, don't do that. If we take a look here, we're on day 14 of this journey. So it has been a long and winding road, as they say. Okay, so we need to make a plane change, and I still think my best, I tried before to try and do it here so that the the ascending node is, but it's not where I'm going to do it at here. So we're going to first of all just simply get a capture. We got a lot of fuel on this thing, because it was originally built to actually get to some relays too, but I'm not going to bother with that part. There's, okay, that leaves our ascending. Okay, that's it. We're just going to do that. Okay, and put this back to the normal vector. That's mostly for solar panels. God, stop staring at the sun. This way. We're at an 8-second burn. That's going to be all right. I'm just going to leave all the thrust limiters exactly where they are. Okay, F5 that. Let's get there. Try and get this done quickly. We'll do this one with the maneuver executor. Try and get this one done quickly onto the station so that we can get some Kerbals going. Got a nice pretty view. I don't need alarm clock here. Let's close alarm clock. Nice pretty view of Kerbin setting behind us there. Oh, very quiet burn. Alright, we are now in orbit of the moon. So that is one thing that got messed up last time, that this time... You know, I realized I just made the exact same mistake. You would think I would learn, but I'm very slow at learning. Is I should start that maneuver executor early. And then that way, if I lose communications, the script will run anyway. But did I do that? No, I started it right before the burn, which was the exact same mistake I made last time. Welcome, Wolfie. I'm glad you made it. Doesn't matter if you're late. All right, so doesn't NASA have satellites monitoring the sun? Yes, they do. And this game as well will send out warnings saying that there is a solar storm that's going to be here in a couple of hours. And I proceeded to ignore that warning because I didn't think it was a big deal. So that was on me too. Okay, which way do I gotta go? I gotta go anti-normal because this is the ascending node. So we gotta go this way. So this is just really about zeroing inclination and matching this yellow orbit. So this is gonna be a respectable burn. And it's going to be probably about equal parts. It's going to be, because it's about a 90-degree change, it's going to be pretty close to equal parts normal and equal parts retrograde. Like that. And then like that. And then like that. Let's see, where are we at now? Getting close. Might have need to be a little less normal, I think. Yes. So, whoa, I got the scale way down. Bring that down. Little prograde. Oh, no, little retrograde. Bring that down some more. And bring the scale down now. So kind of two goals here. One is to get that periapsis to just be touching the orbit, and the other is to get the inclination pretty low. And I think we're pretty close to it being there right now. Like, inclination difference is 0.2 degrees. That's perfectly fine. And we're just, I think, just touching that orbit there. I'm pretty happy with that. Fortunately, it is a 400 meter per second burn. That's what it's going to be. So I'm going to do an F5 here before we actually... And let's turn on these cub engines again. Well, let's first of all turn this one up. It's noticing 36 second burn. Let's put on the cubs. I hate that you have to put on each of these individually, even though they were put on using, obviously, the symmetry in the VAB, but that seems to get lost. There we go. 25 second, 23 second burn. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, F5. All right, let's get to there and do that burn. Going so quickly, I'm missing stuff in the chat, so I'll try and sort of, while this burn is being executed, go back to doing that. Went back to you looking at the chat anyway. So run that script. I don't have to worry about it. Hello, Dan. Welcome. Yeah, last week was over Thanksgiving, the American Thanksgiving. I should qualify with that. For those people that happen not to be celebrating Thanksgiving that day, or at all, really. Not everybody does. Okay, and let's just get ourselves to the burn. And this is going to be the biggest burn we got. After that, burns get a lot smaller. Oh, those loud and glorious. Those are the cub engines making all that noise. I think our periapsis just dipped into the moon, but it should dip back out again. That's what always happens with these big plane changes. The camera goes back. So our periapsis is back out and should end around 50 kilometers here. Close enough. Okay. And we'll take a look at... There's our station. I think that's looking pretty good. Still got 295 meters per second left, which will be plenty. But now we gotta set ourselves up a rendezvous. So we're going to add a maneuver here. And this maneuver is going to be just retrograde. And it's just to get this orbit as low as I can and get my encounter. So there's an encounter about there. I like to bring this as low as I can. And that's not going to work after that. So we'll go back. It's nice to get this phasing orbit here as low as you can so that your encounter speed is minimized. That makes the rendezvous easier. Here, let's go back to this. What is our closest approach here? 0.7 kilometers I see there. Turn the scale right down. That might be about as low. I see 0.6 kilometers. That's good enough. We'll make that work. Okay, and this is only a 58 meter per second burn, and then our encounter speed is what? Another 58 meters per second, so 58, that's 116 meters per second to complete the whole rendezvous business, so that should be good. You know, I do have this alignment, run, align, normal. I think that's right. Yeah. For lining up the solar panels. And I like this little script because it actually pays attention to the orbit that you're in, so it's nicely lined up for the solar panels hitting the sun. Okay, so do another little quick save. 3-second burn, so we're going to turn these cubs back off. Why don't I just, instead of doing that, why not just go to here? Shut them down. I don't think I'm going to need them anymore. Oh my, oh yeah, of course that's now a 4-second burn, so we still even want to bring this down too. I doubt we're going to need those cubs anymore after this. There we go. Okay, F5. Again, let's get to the moon, which is over there. Just put this onto free view. Once I'm close in, it's nicer on free. Run the maneuver executor. There we go. Wolfie just uses Thanksgiving as an excuse to eat like a pig. Don't we all? And then we still got Christmas coming up as well. Yeah, I should be turning these off at this point. These, I'm getting the small engines really are inefficient. I think they don't have the best ISP. Does it show it here? Well, now that I have them turned off, it's not showing it. But I know they don't have the best ISP, but I needed that little bit of extra thrust in the upper part of the atmosphere during the ascent. So that's why they're there, but they aren't necessary anymore. So I should get rid of them. And also, I am fine for fuel, so I'm not too worried about being super efficient here. Okay, and we should be watching here. And we should be, there we go. We're getting an encounter distance coming down here. I think I saw 0.6. All right, that's 700 meters. I like that. Let's see if we can make it a little better with RCS. Ooh, 609 or 599. That just made it worse. There we go, 599. That's good. Okay. I'm not sure. Probably have enough battery life not to worry about the solar panels anymore, but doesn't hurt. We're going to be there in an hour and 16 minutes. In fact, I think what I'll do, so let's use alarm clock, set up that rendezvous. Give me like 2 minutes beforehand. And close that. Yep. The reason I'm using alarm clock rather than this is because I find quite often, back to here, I find quite often when I start time warping, this gets messed up. Now, this time, of course, now that I mentioned it, it doesn't. But this time to the intercept gets messed up for some dumb reason. I don't need this no more. Okay. And for those people that are new to this, if you've watched any of my streams, it's nothing new. But if you are new to this, we are taking this long, lazy orbit around the moon while the station is going faster in its lower orbit. And this is just slowing us down so that we will come back together right where we need to be. There we go. And that's already switched to target. This is our alarm going off. We're about 2 minutes away. Yep. And we gotta flip around. There's our station coming up here. Hopefully from here on in, everything is gonna go duckily happily. Now I still got, I want to deorbit, like there's actually a docking port here, if you see that. So I want to deorbit this stage, but I got a plan. I got a plan on how I want to get some of this remainder fuel out of here. Still hang on to this. I got a plan. Even though there's no Kerbals over there, I got a plan. Okay. Let's see what's happening. I can see this is off a bit. So I need to come this way. I should be keeping an eye on ignitions here. 11 ignitions, so something to be aware of. That is making my closest approach worse for some stupid reason. I'm not sure I believe you. Though I guess if this fails, I got these as backup engines, so... I'm just pushing the retrograde vector towards the target. For some reason, that's increasing this distance, but I honestly am not sure I believe that. There, it's starting to come down again. I'm not sure what that's about, but... Why am I... Oh, was I time warped? I don't know. I was having trouble controlling for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, let's see if we can bring that down a little further. We're down to 100 meters here. Oh, watch that time, too. We're getting close. We're only 40 seconds away. Start to see the station. Oh, I know why there was the pause. It was probably rendering the station. Let's just slow down. We're 33 seconds away. I do have the throttle limiter way down. There we go. As long as I can keep this time from going down, then I'm okay. I'm reducing thrust rather than turning it off just to save on ignitions. Should work well for me. And the plan is actually simply to park alongside this thing, and aboard there is a little tug. Is my script for lining up the solar panels in the background? No. It's an active thing. You run it, it aligns the ship, and then you exit from the program. So it won't keep lining it up afterwards. Let's cut that. Get ourselves closer. Again, this is just going to be a park job. Nobody aboard. Oh my gosh. So after almost 15 days, we are finally here. It is about freaking time. Okay. It's just... Oh, we're coming over a pole, so I'm getting a camera fun. All right, so... Where are we? Let's get a little closer, and then we'll park it. Do have RCS aboard, so that should help. This way, probably, yeah, a little bit more towards the planet. Actually, that's a little this way, isn't it? And I think this. No, planet's this way. No, this way. Whenever you're going backwards, it's so complicated. That's the way I want to go. Oh, I don't have the actuation toggles toggled. All right. All I'm going to do here is just zero this out. And we're going to, whoops. Take RCS off. Now spin it around the other way. Now there's a little tug right here. I want to take advantage of that. Actually, you know what? No, I'm just realizing what I know what I should do. Let's control from here. New plan, new plan. Let's dock it to the tug. There's a free docking port on the other end of it. I was going to get the tug to come out and get it, but it can go to the tug. It has RCS. So let's do it that way. Okay, roll this so that the blue is up on the nav ball. Always makes life easier in terms of knowing which way's up. we need to go planetwards, so that's that way and forwards. I'm going to want to come underneath it. I'm really staying away from those solar panels. Okay. Yeah, I was working smarter for once, I'm seeing in the chat. I am very good at doing kind of dumb. Okay, actually, let's spin this around. Get ready to line up the docking ports. Clearing everything, that's the important part. Slow down that downwards part of it. Start making my way up. Oops. Oh no, this way's right. Always forget retrograde, backwards, backwards, retrograde. Okay. Little dipsy doodly underneath it. Put this in orbit. There we go. Get our Kerbin view again. And if I'm not making sense as to why I'm coming here, it'll make sense pretty soon. I wanna steal some fuel. I wanna reposition this oxygen or oxidizer tank, and I want to be able to deorbit this. And I think being hooked to the little tug is going to help facilitate all of that stuff. And I think we're coming up on it pretty good. Yeah, I'm starting to see the prograde icon. The target icon, I meant. Target icon coming down here on the nav ball. So all I gotta do now is just keep following that target icon on the nav ball, and it should lead me right to the docking port. Oh, there are reaction wheels probably everywhere that I should disable too. We'll see how wobbly this gets. Okay, so there's that. So, RCS off. Okay, number one is I do want to get rid of... How many tanks are here? There's another tank. We'll leave this one full. I won't touch that one, because we'll use that to deorbit. But what I want to do is move out that liquid fuel there. It's just a little bit, but you know, every little bit helps, and there's probably room for some oxidizer in the lander. So that takes that out. Actually, there's clearly monopropellant aboard that I should steal too. Yeah, turn off SAS. Well, it seems to be, there's a little wobbling happening, but it's not too bad. Maybe that's not a bad idea, just to turn it off. Okay, so this tank's empty. This tank's full. We'll use it to deorbit the thing into the moon. There is oh, the monopropellant is here. Okay, so that's all good. So what we're going to do is we're going to undock this. Okay. This guy now is a free bird. There we go. And we got to get it so it's not going to crash into a rock or anything. So let's just kind of move away from the station here a little bit. All right. Lock that onto retrograde. And once we're clear everything here, that should be good. Let's go. There we go. Clearing that out of here. That is now going to crash into the moon, back to here. And now I just want to clean this little bit up here. I want to move this to a different location. So we're going to undock this. Now I'm going to take advantage of my little tug. Undock that. We're going to control from this docking port. Why is it? Oh, I'm on the ship. Or I'm on the station, that's why. So I want to control from here so that this now becomes the front. And what I want to do is actually dock it here. Okay, so SAS on, RCS on. Let's roll this. Oh, must have reaction wheels off somewhere. There we go. I'm going to pin you to the side, remind me to... Okay, let's roll this so the blue is up. It always helps with me in my orienting. I want to go up to the right and then spin around. So let's see here. R. Nope. That way. That way. There we go. We're off. Oh, I got to remember, this is the front now. So I'm looking at it from the front. That's what's confusing. And so now I got to go backwards. That's it. So yeah, that's making sense. Yep. Here we go. You don't think I'm going the right way? I cannot see the thrust reports. That way. There we go, that's better. Oh, that was a mistake trying to turn this thing. Just aligning it with the docking port, which is completely unnecessary, but I did it anyway, and I don't know why. There we go. Okay, forward ho! Forward ho, there we go. All this is lined up now, so we should be just cruising in. And then that's that. This is all done. This is a nice supply of oxidizer. It's all for this little lander. There's so much oxidizer here. It'll refill that lander so many times. And there's a ton of liquid fuel in that, so we're happy. And then we'll get some Kerbals. There is a docking port. Yeah, you're right. There's another docking port senior down here I could be using. But I'm comfortable with this one. It's all good. A little bit off alignment, but I can't adjust alignment without using RCS, so it's a little sloppy, but we're there. Okay, SAS back on. Let's see, can we roll this station? Oh wait, let's toggle off these reaction wheels before I try something like that. There we go. Can I roll here? Control from here. Can I roll this station? I'm just looking at the... This is my own... I'm going the wrong way. I'm just looking at these solar panels. I like them to be vertical when you're in orbit view. So that's my own kind of pedanticness. Reoriented state, but there we go. All good. All we need now is some Kerbals up here. So that's going to be the next step. That's looking better. A little wobbly. This module here is really wonky. Let's just time warp. I'm gonna do the time warp freeze thing. This module here with all these batteries stacked on top of each other is really wonky, but okay, that's it. Actually, before we go back to the Space Center, I do want to show one more thing, just to kind of, because I'm hoping to get to this mission very soon, is down here. There is this unfinished Moon Adventurer D-T9. I'm going to switch to it. I want to show it to you very, very quickly because it's going to factor in what I'm going to do next. So this is this little rover that comes with this contract. This is a stock contract. I do like them. Let's see here. It's just... Let me find it. There, and this one. Finished construction of a rover on the surface of the moon. So this is said rover, and the only objective is simply move the rover. That's it. If you can move it, move the unfinished to zone... Oh dear. So I got to move it somewhere. Okay, that factors into things. I thought I just had to move it. How far are we from... I don't think I have any ability to control this thing right now. No, there's no reaction wheels, no nothing on this. No probe bodies, no Kerbals. You can see there's 2 command seats here and here. If I open up Waypoint Manager, I'm glad I checked this out. Because I thought you could just move it. So I want to find out how far we are from this Zone NF34. Zone NF34. It is... Oh lordy, it's 3 kilometers away. Mr. Poop Source. Okay. Okay, well that factors into things. I didn't see this. So I have to move it 3 kilometers. Okay, and the reason why I'm a little bit concerned, we'll see how this works, is down at the bottom, you can see there's no batteries, no nothing on this thing. But there are, and no power generation other than a pair of fuel cells, which are down here at the bottom. But I'll show you when we get into the VAB. Kerbalism modifies the fuel cells so that they are configured differently to run on different things. You can make the fuel cells run on monopropellant. You can make them run on oxygen and hydrogen and other fuels as well. And there's nothing to indicate what these fuel cells are running on. So I don't know what to bring up. So, okay. So somehow... Okay, we got to think about this. Because power generation is what this thing needs. And I was hoping just to put on some batteries, move it 5 feet and be done. But I don't think that's going to be the thing. Okay, what we're going to do then is we're going to go back to... We'll try and see if we can make this work. Let's go back to the Space Center. Yeah, the monoprop fuel cells do work really well. Or do work really poorly. Ooh, that's interesting. It's just I have limited cargo capacity to... Oh, let's time warp to the daylight. Get rid of the black screen. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go into the space plane hangar here. I can't... Let me get this out. I have limited... With my reusable vessels, I have limited capacity to bring up cargo. I could easily build a little thing to bring something up. But if I look at the Dart here, this is what I want to bring my Kerbals up in. It really doesn't have a huge amount of cargo space. All right, let's see. If I put in, see, it is using, I know the wheels it's using. It's the wheels that are the problem. It's using these wheels, right? And each of these wheels is 2.5 units of electric charge per second while you're using them. So that's, if you got 4, so that's 10. So you'll use it up pretty quick using up batteries. What I think I might do then, I was just going to put on 6 of these and that will run it for a minute. But I think what might be better if I put on, say, 4 of these. 4 times that is 1600, so that'll run for, what did I say, 10 a second? So that will run for 160 seconds, so we're getting close to 3 minutes. Let's put on 3 of these. Let's stick them into the cargo. So 1, 2, oh, I'm already at my volume limit with those. Okay, forget it. See, this is what I mean. Okay, we'll use these. Limited cargo capacity. And what I'll do is put on... You know what? We're going to salvage this. There's already 2 Z400s. We're going to salvage those. We're going to do some salvaging. Let's put on 2 more of these. I noticed the texture changes from here to here. Isn't that funny? Okay. So we got some batteries. Now here, let's talk about fuel cells. Because the fuel cell business is a little bit confusing. So here's the fuel cell. So the fuel cell is a stock part, but if you see here, it says configure fuel cell. So right now, the default is that it's configured to burn hydrogen and oxygen and produce 2.4 units of electric charge per second. But I could also configure it to run monopropellant. It produces less electricity for that. I'm going to work under the assumption, because it doesn't tell me, that it's on the first thing with the default, which is hydrogen and oxygen. So I'm going to put on some hydrogen and oxygen. We're going to carry up some hydrogen and oxygen with us. So I'm going to go to the small pressurized tanks. You know, so one thing I noticed too, if I go to cargo, I'll just show you here just real quick. These small pressurized tanks don't appear. See that? They're not a cargo part. So I actually have to take these small pressurized tanks and attach them to the plane and do a little bit of salvaging. So right there is a tank of oxygen. Let's get another small pressurized tank. And whoops, I grabbed the wrong thing. That one. And that is a tank of oxygen, but we'll switch it to hydrogen. Now, according to this, we use up hydrogen at about twice, pretty close to twice the rate of oxygen. So I have 5,000 units. Oh no, oxygen's about, yeah, so I need twice as much hydrogen as I need oxygen. I have 5,000 units of oxygen, or close actually to 6,000 units of oxygen. Hydrogen, oh my god, I can say this. So I need about 3,000 units of oxygen. So what I'll do is I'll put this down to 1,500, 1,530, that's good. Actually, let's go down one more, because I think I'm actually a little less. And then I'll just double this. And hopefully this won't affect the aerodynamics of this thing too much. We'll change the colors here. Make hydrogen an orange tank. There we go. Okay, so we'll see how this works. We're going to try... Oh, take this off. That was there just for demonstration purposes. All right, let's get this thing. So we need some crew. And... let's get Jeb and Bill out of there. One of our crew, our pilot's going to be Valentina, because if you actually am... I want to have at least one... well, actually, let's think about this. There are some people I need to have. I'll explain that. That's in the contracts. Because for engineering school, I need to have Michael O. Kerman. So Michael O. is somewhere on this list of Kerbals, right? There he is. He's an engineer. So Michael's going to be in here. Let's put him in the co-pilot seat. We'll pick a pilot soon. And for the Kerbal Academy Field Science, I need Bob. So Bob's going to go in here too. So now I need a pilot and... You know what? Let's just go... We'll just go with the 3. I'm not going to work the lab. I don't care. So who's a pilot that has not been on the moon? Is there a pilot that hasn't been... Valentina's only orbited the moon. Rob DV has orbited the moon. Alec has only flown by the moon. I'm going to pick the person who gets the most experience. Kim just came back. Pete has orbited the moon. And Javier has orbited the moon. So, Alec P. Kerman, looks like you are our Kerbal of choice. Alright, so there is our crew. Wrong Michael. Did I do the wrong Michael? Thank you. Michael O. I clicked above and hit Michael A. Michael O. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to check on this. Michael, Bob, and a pilot. Okay, that should be good. And I have pilot and engineer. I think I'm good now. I think I'm good. Am I good? That was close. I was almost on my way out of here. Would have had to do a U-turn and come back. If I didn't notice it after launch. Okay, so let's, I think we're just going to launch. There's no reason. Yeah. We should be ready to go. Let's just launch. Yes, we have go for launch. My fuel cell ratios are backwards? Oh, dear. I am backwards on the fuel cell ratio. Okay, we're going to recover this right away. Mark's pointing out, I think my fuel cell ratios are backwards, and I think he's right. I think I am right. Okay, let's revert back to the spaceplane hangar. Real quick, we can go anywhere. It's okay. It's all good. Roll them back off the runway. Okay, I do think I have this backwards. I think that was right. So let's last look. I'm making my life way too complicated, but that's okay. So there's our fuel cell. And it uses the hydrogen. I need twice as much hydrogen as I have oxygen, and I think I did it the other way around. I agree. So let's take off one of the oxygens. Put that back to full. I need twice as much hydrogen. So if I have 1,700 units of oxygen, I want to have 3,400 units of hydrogen. Oh, this is fine just like this. Oh, that's cool. That saves me a thing. So 34. Here. Let's put this at... Right? 17. Put this at 3,400. Oh, this saves me a tank. I'm not upset about that at all. So, actually then, let's, if I put in... Actually, I think... Am I still doing it backwards? No, I need twice as much hydrogen. I think it was okay. Oh my god. I can see stuff happening in the chat, but I'm... Okay. I need half... No, I was right the first time. I think I was right the first time. I'm going to think this again. The hydrogen is used up at twice the rate. So I have... Oh my gosh. Yes. So I have almost 6,000 units of hydrogen. I was fine. I was fine. It was fine. Oh my god. You know what? Screw it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm just going. I am so confusing myself. I'm just going. I'm just going. I'm just going. Hello to new stream. Hello, Matron Man. Welcome. Oh my gosh. I think I confused myself because I don't know. I hope. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I'm overthinking this. Yeah. I think that's the thing is I was looking at twice the tanks of oxygen. Brakes on. Okay. Let's just go. Lights on. Oh wait, not let's go. We're going to a station, for goodness sakes. Let's not just go. Okay, our station is here. Set that as a target. It takes us a little while to get up there, so... Oh, Why am I in physics warp? Because I'm rolling. Rolling. Okay. There we go. Let's time warp the station around. Where are we? There we are. Okay, that's the wrong station. The station's in a 120 kilometer orbit. We're going to let it go. And up there is a vessel to take us to the moon. So we're going to let it get a little... Well, actually, we can... It takes a little longer for the space plane to get up, then that should be good. Okay, so run space plane launch, I think is what I called it. 0 inclination, 80 kilometer orbit. And go. And this should do things well. We'll see. We're off. Oh shoot! I left the fuel cell on. Oh dear. Oh well, we're bringing up an extra fuel cell. Hopefully that won't slow us down too much. I left the fuel cell sticking on the plane. Bravos is saying that the fuel cell will use whatever resources are on board, but you do configure the fuel cell, so I do have to be a little careful. I hope this works out okay, because I know this launch script needs some work too. And this flight script, and I hope I'm not, I'm worried about drags and things. I got drag coming off of this. I don't know. This thing doesn't exactly make it up by a heck of a lot as it is, and then the script is still kind of inefficient. Look at the freaking haze off of these lights now. There's probably some scatterer thing I can do. Make sure the fuel cell is not running, thank you. It is stopped. That's a good thing. It's sucking up resources. That would be really bad if I got up and these stupid oxygen tanks are empty. They're fine, they're not being used. Okay. So, I'll have to get an engineer to rip off that fuel cell. No, you know what? If we make it up, I might as well just leave it on and we'll just take it right back again. Why not? I don't have a use for it. Just leave it on there. It's not in the way, I don't think. Do I have a waste tank for the H2O byproduct? No. Well, on this, there's water tanks, yes, for the Kerbals. You can just dump the water, so it doesn't need to be there. You can set it to dump the water. So, yeah, the burning, obviously, hydrogen and oxygen makes water. Which, of course, on a, if you got uses for that water, you can make use of it. But you can also set it to dump the water. Alright, how are we doing here? I don't know. It's doing what it's doing. Where this thing is inefficient is when it makes the transition from air breathing mode that it's in right now to rocket mode. It's rather abrupt because it also changes the formula it uses to calculate what its pitch should be, and it pitches up very abruptly. So there is some inefficiency there, but I'm gonna live with it for the price of automation. Which I can fly it up more efficiently by hand than I can by my janky script. Hello there. I'm just gonna call you YGT, if that's okay. And yeah, this thing, I can't remember, it gets up maybe around, still got a lot of speed to pick up. It's going to be, well over 1,000 meters per second before it switches over. What about putting on a PID controller? Yeah, I've looked up PID controllers. It's so much work. Yeah, it would most certainly be. And there are built-in PID controllers built right into KOS. I don't understand 100% about exactly everything they do, which makes it reluctant for me to put it in, which is, I know, probably a bad thing, but like a bad reason, but that's why I do. Also, like, honestly, this series, as I mentioned, we're going to go to, you know, this might be the last flight of this plane. It's very, very possible. This might be its last mission, because once these folks come back from the moon, my next mission is going to Ike and Duna. So I don't know how much I want to play. I don't know. I get lazy. I'm definitely, when it comes to coding, I'm a good enough type of guy. Like, I get to the point where, yeah, that works, and just go. And everybody that's out there that's really into coding or does it as a profession is probably cringing right now, but yeah. Alright, we're getting close. What do we got here? We're over 900 meters per second. This thing is really picking up speed. Again, the script is in control, not me. And I'm not 100% sure when it's going to make that transition into rocket mode. Yeah, there's lots of control. It's over. Look at these guys going here. We can do that, and then we don't have to look at it. But yeah, there's lots of. Yeah, this is what a PID controller is really meant to avoid. Are these crazy overcorrections all the time? All right, where are we at here? Well, the speed is starting to level off. There it goes. I know I can do this better by hand, but oh well. See, and that's it. It pitches up so abruptly, it loses a lot of speed in that maneuver. It shouldn't be that abrupt a transition. I don't have the wrong Michael. I got the right Michael now. I switched Michaels. People pointed that out. Please don't tell me I have the wrong Michael. Maybe someone's just behind in the chat. Or behind on the video. I do have the right Michael. Or we're doing a U-turn. Don't tell me I have the wrong Michael. OHC station. I need Michael O. It is Michael O. Why is it not green? Oh, I gotta bring. Yeah, he's not there yet. But I do have the right Michael. It's fine. Thankfully, there's only one Bob. Alright, how are we doing here? This part's okay. See, basically what I did is when it goes into rocket mode, I just simply hijacked the formula that's calculating the pitch from my rocket ascent program and just kind of mushed the two. So when it passes, I can't even remember what the trigger was. Maybe it's an altitude, a certain altitude, but whenever it makes the transition, it just abruptly changes from one formula to a different formula. So that's why it's like that. Hello, Eric. Glad you can make it. All right, and we're doing okay. What's our Delta V situation? This will give it to me a little better. Still got 1,000. I think we're fine. I'm a little worried because the last time I brought this thing down, I had very little fuel in it, so I think it barely made it to the station last time, but there could be a story behind that too. Who knows? I so forget what I do from stream to stream sometimes. I'm glad you can make it, Mark and Eric. Catching a stream. It can be difficult to catch. Okay, so Apoapsis is 60 kilometers. Doing a good job. Nobody here is flying, so I can't congratulate you guys. Are just here for the ride. I like these contracts, though. These come from Kerbal Academy. They give you experience for just doing things. I like that it gives you other ways of earning experience rather than just simply, well, orbit this body or whatever. So both Michael and Bob are going to get quite a lot of experience out of this, even though they both... Oh, Michael's never landed on the moon. Bob has. All right. Let's time warp out of the atmosphere. Whoop. Okay, so it's set up the burn to complete our orbital insertions. 86 meters per second, so we'll still have 200 meters per... We're fine. We're fine. I was all worried about stuff. I'm not... There's nothing to worry about. There we go. Actually started that a smidge early, I think. Oh, maybe not. All right, that's an orbit. Good. Okay. So, is this solar panel getting some decent exposure? Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so let's get ourselves to the station. Now let's turn off the other station so we don't have to see it. Okay, so there's our target there. Oh, I just passed my spot here. So I have to pop ahead to the next orbit. There we are. Try and set this up quickly. Do I need to come forward? No, backwards in time. Oh, that's the wrong way. I think I'm pretty close. I saw 0.5. That might be as good as it's going to get. Yeah, I think so. Half a kilometer separation. That's fine. Okay. So that's coming up. I'm going to do this one manually. That's coming up in just a little bit. Just put this way. I think that'll help with the solar panels. Yep. Okay. Yeah. 38 minutes to the burn. It's only a 1 second burn, so I'm going to take these engines. I'm going to put them, I don't know, 20. To cut down the length of the burn. Now it's a 6 second burn. That's better. Okay, let's get to it. I don't think I need this no more. Put this on rendezvous once we're there. So, yeah, we're a little bit too far behind the station, so we got to do an orbit first before we get ready for our rendezvous. This thing takes longer to get up than a rocket does. Okay, and put that on here. We'll just go to half throttle and just start early. I do like the look on those toroidals that's coming from the waterfall mod. That looks great. Okay, slowing down. Okay, stopped a little early, and then what we'll do is use a few puffs of RCS to kind of finish this off. I remember it was oh, can't get the 500 meters now. Okay, fine. 684 meters in 16 minutes. What engines are those on the SSTO? They are the stock toroidal engines. There they are right there. Oops, I'm spinning around here. Target, retrograde. They are the stock toroidal engines, but they are got the waterfall mod modifying the plumes. Okay, there's our station coming up there. Let's try and close this distance a little bit. Yeah, the plume looks just great. That is one of the things I'm really looking for. There we go, 77 meter separation now. With KSP2 is just things looking better. You know, obviously I have some beautification mods going on. I got Restock changing almost all the textures on these parts. Waterfall changing the engine plumes. And I'm really looking forward to not having to do that. How long have I been playing for KSP? I have been playing for over a decade now. Since the alpha days. I can't remember what version I actually jumped on board. I think it was when it first went on Steam. Because when it first came out, it wasn't available. You had to download it from their site, from Squad. But I think it's when it first came out on Steam that I became aware of it. And I went, where has this game been all my life? Okay. You have to start slowing down. We're less than 50 seconds away now. Close the distance a little more. And I'll get this down about 10 meters per second and then cut it. Yeah, oh yeah, a Newtonian-based physics game. Honestly, I mean, you know, I could not pass that up. I also just like the whole interface. Like, I like the Kerbals. I like the you know, 1 to 10 scale solar system. Like, you know, I played Realism Overhaul on my own, and it's fun and all, but this, I like that this is almost a sim, not quite a sim. And that's what, at least I wouldn't call it a sim, because it isn't trying to be, you know, oh, let's redo the Apollo missions, let's do this. It is completely just do what you want, have fun. And I think, you know, the fact that there are these little green people screaming at you, I think really, really adds to that. So it keeps it from being just a dry game. Okay, we are coming in nicely here, I think. I think I see a docking port staring straight at me, which is great. Let ourselves get a little closer, and then we'll cut this off. Probably should. I'm at 25 seconds. Let's start slowing down. Slow down, my friend. Yeah, there is definitely a docking port staring straight at me. Oh, can I dock? Okay, just a sec. Let's cut our speed here. Let me think. Let me think. Okay, we're under a meter per second now. I'm thinking, can I dock there? I'm not. I think I need to come here. Oh no, but that's got, no, I think I need to come here. That's where I need to go. That's okay. Open this up. Control from here. You can see I need to come up a little bit here. That would be this way. and then roll around. Yeah, I'm not convinced the plane will, because of all the wings and other doodads on this thing. I'm not convinced the plane will actually fit where I was thinking. So I'm going to come and go on this top one. I think it'll work better. I do need to slow down. Which way is going to slow me down? Can't see my RCS thrusters. That's right. That's slowing me down. Okay, and retract solar panels. I got some funny wobbling going. I can come back, come a little closer here this way. Starting to see again the target icon. That always helps. Can definitely start coming down. Time warp a little bit. And we'll get on to the next stage of this. How are we doing? I think we're good. Here, I'll pin this up here. Remind me to toggle those reaction wheels. Hashtag off. There we go. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at? Jeepers! I'm not doing anything. I'm just sort of letting it glide in. It's all looking very, very lovely. I don't know. I might have fit on. Man, it would have been tight. I got these radiators. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what would have happened. Better not to find out. Oh, I overcooked it. They're coming down now. And oh, come on. You're just sort of massaging it there. There it goes. You're in. Okay, toggle that torque. Turn off those reaction wheels. Now, something last stream that I completely forgot is I had a crew coming back from the moon, and they took this thing back, and what they left was their surface moon samples from the Midlands. They left them sitting in here and didn't take them down to the surface. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to transfer those. There should be a transfer data here thing there. So now the moon samples are sitting in the cockpit of this thing, so that they'll be for sure going down next time. Okay, let's transfer over our crew. So our crew is, where's the hatch? There we go. Lieutenant Alec. There it goes. And come on, where's the hatch? There we go. And Michael O, the right Michael O. And we have Bob. Why is it always Bob is just Bob? Okay, and oh, did Bob make it over? I think they're all in here. They're all there. Yep. Okay. And I've already transferred over all the fuel and stuff. In fact, I completely emptied this. So I have taken out all of the liquid fuel that is on this station. All the liquid fuel on this station is now in here. It didn't quite fill it. All of these side tanks are full, but this middle one is only just over 3/4 full. But it's okay because it still gives about 2 kilometers per second of delta V, which is more than enough. But that ain't bad because I don't recall ever even refueling this module. So I've gotten a lot of mileage out of this vehicle just by the little bit of fuel that's sitting in here and the fuel that's up at the moon. Okay, now, what else do I need? What else do I need? I got to transfer over some batteries and stuff. So inventory here and inventory this. Can I do this all internally? Yes. So 1, 2, 3 batteries there. This is all for that rover. And there's another cargo container on the other side. And a battery here. And I think I also stowed some batteries in here too, did I not? Inventory, yep. Another battery. And another battery. Okay, so those are the batteries all filled up there. And then I got to get our engineer here. I'm going to check the monopropellant situation. Good. I'm burned on that one. And this engineer is going to have to move over these tanks. Now we could just stick them on the outside again. They might fit in an inventory. Do I have... I don't know if... Oh. I think the easiest thing is just to go into construction mode. And just... Oh, I'm not close enough. I should be able to just take these off, right? Oh, don't tell me this is going to fail on me. Uh-oh. Why can't I remove these? Isn't that the way this... Am I missing something? That removes. Oh, don't tell me there's something with those stupid little parts. I might be burned. I might be burned with these oxygen tanks. No! Let's try one more time. I'm clicking on them, but they're not coming off. I can do other things, but it's maybe because they're not stock parts. Are they too heavy? I'm not getting a met. They can't be that heavy, can they? You can try getting out another Kerbal. There's always that option. Okay, let's grab this other battery. Oh my gosh. They might be too heavy. We can get out another Kerbal. The more Kerbals you got, but they don't feel like they should be that heavy. It might just be because they are not a stock part. They are a Kerbalism part. I'm just going to really be lazy. So I'm going to grab this. And just... Okay, that seemed to work. Okay, we'll clean this up in a sec. Yeah, you laserify those. Okay. Let's see here. What are... I'm looking at what... Yeah, there's not a lot of storage in... Whoa, whoa, you got stuck on a... There's 2 slots in the pomegranates. Can these fit in there? Nope, they're too big. So you're going to have to remain stuck here on the outside. That's not pretty. Should I worry about it not being pretty? Now this is not... What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? There. So they won't fit in the inventory that's left. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm going to move this other one to the other side. I'm worried that this is actually blocking the hatchway. So I'm just going to move this one just very temporarily. It's a little bit more to the side. Okay. Come out of construction mode. Grab there. All right, that'll do. Let's get out one more Kerbal. So Bob, you're going to get out there. Hatches are obstructed. Ah, I told ya. So this is too close. Oh no, that's because he's in the way. Sorry, Michael's in the way. Michael, what are you doing there? You're in Bob's way. That's the hatch that Bob wants to come out. Where am I going to get you to grab on? Just temporarily. There should be... Oh, down here. Here we go. All right, let's get back. EVA Bob. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I found that funny. Somebody's saying in the chat, why do the inventory batteries look like the stock batteries when they're in the stock inventory? Like, these are retextured by restock, but I notice when they're in the inventory that suddenly they take on the stock textures. I noticed that while I was in the VAB. It's interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take bomb. This is just on the off chance that maybe 2 Kerbals can remove these tanks, but I might be screwed. So bomb should be able to grab there. There we go. He's there. He's there. Okay. Now we're going to get back to... Whoops. Missed him. There we go. Michael. Michael's going to take one more shot at removing those tanks, and if they don't remove, well, that's life. They just don't work. So live and learn. And we'll have to do our best with that rover anyway. I can swipe solar panels. That might not be a bad idea. Let's, one thing at a time. I'm getting ahead of myself. So if I grab this... No, see, nothing's happening. And I think if they're too heavy, you should get a message too. So I'm getting nothing. So I am working with the assumption that in the stock construction mode, I cannot take those Kerbalism parts. That is too bad. However, you know what? We'll make it work. I might be swiping solar panels off of a ship, but we won't do that now. Okay, and bomb. Bob's like, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. We'll never forget about you, Bomb. Oh my God, where is he? There he goes. And board. Yeah, there are. I got solar panels kind of everywhere. I think I have spare ones kind of kicking around too. So we might be able to just put some solar panels on that rover. But there's some up at the moon station, I'm pretty sure too. Let me just check one last time here. Inventory stuff. There, that's what I'm looking for. What is in our inventory containers? Not as much as I would have thought. That can't be all the inventory slots. What's here? Okay, there I got repair kits and stuff. Screw it. Let's just go. Let's just leave. We're just going to leave. I'm tired. I want to go. I'm going. I'm going. Set the moon. Set the moon as a target. We are going to be doing... Yeah, so we're going to come... Let's undock. We're in a good spot to set this all up. Undock. SAS on. Back away. See, we got 2 kilometers per second of delta V, so we should be fine. And I need to turn on, I think, 7. And now I should have... Yep. So I'm going to do a little bit of an avoidance maneuver. Activate that engine. 14 ignitions on the engine, so I think we're fine that way. Yeah, there is a solar panel on top of the space plane. That might be a good one to grab. I like that idea. Let's do that right. I was thinking of swiping some from the station, but this one right here, I'm seeing in the chat. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Last before we get too far away. Okay. So again, check notice his monopropellant is empty. That's what always happens. So what you need to do is get Michael. Get this. Grab his... Put it in there. It won't fit. Oh, I don't have anywhere to put it. Shoot, because these containers are full. Okay, can I take this one? Put it here. Nope. These are the smallest containers. Okay, I don't think I have... Oh, wait, unless I did this to here. This to here. Well, that won't work. But then do back. That gave him his monopropellant. There we go. I'm going to put his parachute in here. Because I'm going to steal that in. I want that inventory slot. Okay, he's got monopropellant again. Okay, yeah, we're going to grab... that is an excellent, excellent idea. To steal this one that's on the space plane. Bonk. Let's see. Where is this one? I'm hoping this will fit in his inventory. Oh, Mark 1 land. Where is Michael? Ah, it's too big. Ah. We're gonna have to inch it along. Oh, there's no... oh, who convinced me to do this? It's too far away. Oh, dear. Won't fit into his inventory, so I have to bring this in closer. Oh, what a cluster bomb this is turning into. Okay. I won't say the other word. I want to keep my monetization. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. Am I actually moving? No, I'm not moving very quickly. Oh my god, a cluster fart. Thank you. That is a good way to say it. I gotta keep an eye too. I did not grab anything with Michael there. Where is Michael? Michael's just floating around out there somewhere. Okay, where's Michael? Oh, there he is. He's not too far. Get down there, Michael. Okay, so what we're going to do... Where's the ship is coming in this direction. So once it's close enough... Michael's got to make sure he doesn't get squashed between this. Oh, dear. And as soon as this is close enough, oh, we got to go into construction mode. Let's get between. As soon as this is close enough. Kerbals have long arms. Not that long. Okay, let's try this again. So get down a little bit. Okay, we're going to grab that. And come on, you're close enough. Come on. You're not. Oh, I saw green. It's there. It's there. Okay, get over there. Oh, that won't work. I can't do this while holding on. I want to move it because it's in a very terrible spot. Okay, good enough. Good enough, good enough, good enough. Down, 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 down. We're going. We're leaving. We're going. Board. Board. Where's the board button? There we go. Board. Oh my gosh, that's very sketchy. Okay, so let's put this back on orbit. Let's leave. Let's leave, let's leave, let's leave. Unset that target. Oh, it won't let me, that's fine. That was way more a fiasco than I thought. I'm disappointed with the hydrogen and oxygen tanks that wasn't gonna work for me. So those fuel cells may likely be useless. Thinking about it now, what may have worked, of course this is all with the benefit of hindsight, is if I grabbed a stock tank, one of the smaller stock tanks, and use the tank configurator to make hydrogen and make it into a hydrogen and oxygen tank. That could have done the trick. Okay. But that's all with the benefit of hindsight. Oh, why am I leaving now? Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay, I'll explain why I'm saying for goodness sakes in a moment. Remember our target. Oh, this is going to work out great. Okay, I got lucky. I got lucky. So I'll explain why I got lucky. If we just move this over. But I got lucky because you want to come into the moon not having to make much of a plane change to get into this orbit. And you can see we got a very small angle here. I just got lucky. Usually you time your ejection from low Kerbal orbit so that, you know, that will be more favorable. I just got lucky. What can I say? I got lucky. Let's try and bring this down as much as I can. So I'm just fiddling with the least amount of burn. Oh, I might be at the least amount of burn now. Yeah. Prograde. There we are. Alright, so I got lucky with this transfer, so that's nice. Of course, I'm still fiddling. There we go. Alright, that burn's coming up in 12 minutes. Is this at full throttle? It's still a 3-minute burn. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's open up KOS. There. I'm noticing a notification up there. What's that about? What is this notification? Screen message. Deploying science cluster on the moon, unable to process seismic. I don't know what that's about. Oh, well, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to get to the moon. That's all I want to do. I thought I had that all set up with those oxygen and hydrogen tanks. And actually, to be honest, again, I don't even know if it'll work. I don't know what that fuel cell that's on the rover even... I'm just guessing hydrogen and oxygen. That could be completely wrong. Either way, we're off towards the moon. Let's see what... Yeah, we're going to get there. Let's get ourselves to the moon. We'll call this stream at this point. We'll make our lunar landings next week. Or not next week. I almost said it. Remember, next week... I'm going to be busy marking math contests, so the stream next week is going to be canceled, but I will be doing the stream the week after that. So it'll be 2 weeks when we're back to here. Maybe check the resource button. I did do good. See, look at my resources. Between the streams, I filled everything up as best I could. So everything is full. We lost some nitrogen because we did do quite a lot of EVAs there. So that when you EVA out of the capsule, it repressurizes the capsule with nitrogen. And so that's why I've lost some nitrogen. But I did honestly refuel this thing between the streams so that I wouldn't waste your time with it. So for people that were looking at it going, you're just leaving and going, you should be checking these things. See, everything's good. So I'm good on that part. No hydrogen. I don't need hydrogen. This thing doesn't need hydrogen. Okay. The hydrogen got left behind with the station. I was bringing up stuff for the fuel cells, but the stupid tanks wouldn't... Oh, maybe. Oh, well... Do I have hydrogen containers on this board? I don't have hydrogen containers on here anyway, so I couldn't hold the hydrogen. No, I couldn't move over those containers. The stock construction mode wouldn't let me do that, so we're gonna have to abandon the those containers. Oh, even if I could transfer the hydrogen to here, it's not like I could get this down to the rover, so it doesn't really matter. It's all just a mess. It's just it seemed like a good idea at the time, but all right. Doesn't matter. We're on our way now anyway. No turning back. Okay. And oh, I just noticing a little RCS. Maybe finish this off. Cut the burn a little early. A bit of this and that. Okay. Then, of course, a mid-course correction. Same thing. This is what we started the stream with a different vehicle altogether. I gotta come northwards. So what is my inclination difference here? 13, 14 degrees. That ain't bad. I'm not gonna complain about that. I am not complaining about that at all. Need a little bit more on that positive normal front. I'm just looking at this. What I think. Let's. What happens if I use a little bit of retro? No, this. I'm just trying to try and get this. Yeah, that way. Trying to get that descent. I'm messing up my inclination, but I think this will make, ultimately, this a cheaper experience. If I get that descending node right there crossing the orbit, and I'm just going to go straight. It's close enough to the periapsis. I'm going to go straight for a drift burn at that point. Still only a 16 degree. We're going to go with that. I think that's going to work well. Okay. So that. Are we still charging here? Yeah, okay, fine. Line up them solar panels. Fine, you do that. What's a drift burn? A drift burn is... I've heard different terms. Sometimes I call it a phasing burn, where you're just creating a burn that's not meant to be your final orbit, but to set you up to go into your final orbit. So it's setting me up to do the final encounter with the station. And I'm not 100% sure I'm using all of those terminologies right. I hope I am. I'm by no means an expert on this stuff. Okay, so that's that. Let's get out there. So this is just a bit of a mid-course correction. So let's use we'll use this. We'll use this thing. So bringing our trajectory not to be hitting the moon right in the middle, which is always a good plan. And this is something I'm sure... Oh, we have an engine malfunction. Oh my golly gumps. Okay, brake from here. We have an engine malfunction. Not a biggie. It's yellow. Yellow means you can fix it. Thank goodness. Well, we're using a lot of nitrogen up. Okay, again, we'll check our resources. We are messed up again, so... That happens from time to time. Even if you keep servicing the engines, that can happen. No biggie. So we do have to do a little of this and do a little of that and put that back. And that should give us, now we have our monopropellant. Let's grab our parachute while we're at it here. Don't forget it's there. All right, Michael, Michael's been busy. Michael's been busy. You got an engine to fix. If this were red, then it's done. If it's yellow, it can be fixed by a Kerbal. If it's red, it's done. So repair engine. Inspect the engine. What did that say? The power pack did the trick? Or a power kick? I missed it. Oh, check that in the playback. Okay, Michael's going back. He's fixed the engine. Okay, board. All right, but we still got to do this burn. Thankfully, this burn's not too time dependent. I'm just going to do the rest of this manually. I'm sure my script won't like me doing... Okay, so let's do this again. Oh, I have to re-engage the engine. The engine's not on. Activate engine. There we go. Engine's back. Okay, trying again. There we go. That was interesting. It's been a little while since I've had a engine failure that didn't have to do with you know, just running out of ignitions. That there were plenty of ignitions. I checked that. At least I think I did. Maybe I didn't. You know, it's been a long time since I had an engine failure like that. Sometimes I've had them happen on launches. Those are always fun because those always end up in a abort situation. It was a paperclip. Is that what it said? There was a paperclip in there. Percussive maintenance, eh? A little bit of little wax on the side. That's all it needed. Okay, I'm just lining up the solar panels here. We're getting there. There should be plenty. Yeah, 24 ignitions. I don't know. Maybe I did forget to check ignitions. Whatever. Whatever. We're on our way. It's all good now. It was a minor hiccup. Minor hiccup. That's what the hammers are for, aren't they? For percussive maintenance? Am I already there? No. Now we're there. Okay, so I can see. I got to bring it down a bit. I'm going to try and do that just with RCS to see what's that going to do for me. can't tell if that's moving in or not. Yep, it is. I'm just noticing my trajectory is a bit on the high side. So I'm actually just using a little bit of RCS there. I got a lot of monopropellant, I do. Actually, that module that just went there brought a ton of monopropellant. Just looking at this, that's looking good. I like it. Okay, and here what we're going to do is go for this phasing burn, or whatever you call it, phasing orbit. Get ourselves a rendezvous. Ah! Lost my maneuver. I got to pop it ahead a second. There we go. And boom. And boom. Can I come around one more? One more. Yeah! Is that okay? That's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Right there. Relative speed of 168 meters per second because of the inclination difference, but I don't care. I don't care. A 1.1 kilometer separation, half a kilometer separation, 400 meters. 400 meters is good. But 169 meter per second inclination difference because of the encounter speed's 169 meters per second because of this inclination difference, but whatever. Okay, F5. Do a quick save. Where are we at? Okay, we're good. I'm really in the mood to get this down to onto that station. A speed run to the moon. Not really, but all right. Almost there. Oh, and we can again keep a look here. This thing is such a hodgepodge now of parts. Stuck around on the sides. Yeah, there's not a lot of extra space. I mean, these capsules, I guess it makes sense that they don't have a lot of inventory space because they each fit 3 Kerbals, for goodness sakes. This whole capsule is empty. I should be able to just throw stuff in there. No. Okay, where are we at? Where's our... We have a 711... Let's see if we can bring that down a little bit. Nope. 500, 474, 20. Oh, I saw 421. 422. There we go. So we have a 422 meter separation coming up in 1 hour and 3 minutes. So next episode is going to be a whole lot of getting down onto the moon. Hopefully getting lots of science. There's, where am I at for science right now? 432 science. Yeah. I want to get a greenhouse. That's what I'm really after. Is this a line now? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's really what I want. I want to take a greenhouse to... I don't know why. To Duna and to Ike. I think we need a greenhouse. So it's really what the science is about. I'm very close to unlocking it. Oh yeah, these guys are for aero braking. And for looks. Aero braking and for looks. How's my... Yeah, I'm still good. 45 minutes. $40 minutes. Time more faster, come on. Now I do have, like, we're going to be coming in very quickly on the station, so I got to be a... Whoa. 22 minutes. The time just got messed up. Gotta hate that. Let's take off another 10 minutes. Okay, 9 minutes from the station. But our relative velocity's like over 180 meters per second. I think we're still along. Oh, there it is. Right there. I don't need this no more. Okay, let's get ourselves closer. We're still 9 minutes away. But every time I time warp now, this is getting messed up, so I gotta be careful. Okay, we're 3 minutes away. You can see we're coming at it kind of sideways because of our inclination difference. I do not have the most powerful of motors on the back here. The thrust to weight ratio is not great. So I got to start reducing my velocity in reasonable time. Okay, we're about 2.5 minutes away. Let's start doing this. Oh, that's making the separation worse. So let's see, where can I put this that'll actually not make it worse? That way? Nope. Watching. There we go. That's making it better. A little bit. This way? Nope. Just kind of keep... I just don't want this distance to intercept getting too out of hand. There. Oh, that's working. That's working. There we go. One of the common comments I get on YouTube is, you know, I do rendezvous and I do the burning, and then but I you know, I can't kill off my speed without ending up like, I don't know, 20 kilometers away from the target. And just like, well, there's an intercept distance right here telling you how far away your closest approach is going to be. Like, just if you suddenly see that number going up, just stop. Stop doing what you're doing. So we're down to about 300 meters closest approach. Still 100 meters, 108 meters per second on our relative velocity. So I gotta be a little bit still conscious of this. Okay, let's do some more burning here. Try and kind of keep this time kind of constant. So right now it's sort of holding at 52 seconds. That's nice. Luckily, RCS doesn't fail. The one thing, RCS never fails. I got to be careful saying that, but I am pretty sure RCS is 100% reliable. It does not fail. Which is really nice to know when you're playing with something like Kerbalism, because you can always use the RCS thrusters as like an emergency backup engine should everything else fail. This is doing a nice job of reducing our relative velocity. Here, I'm going to cut the engine again down to 30 meters per second. Still about 1 minute and 20 seconds, but we can get ourselves a lot closer now. Oh, rendering the station. There we go. I like the way it's so big, it just pops into existence there. Okay. Again, this time still getting messed up every time I hit time warp. That'd be a lovely thing for them to fix. Okay, thrust. Slowing down here. Still good. Yeah, there's two things I look at while I'm doing this. Well, one's my relative speed, but these two numbers here is I don't want either of these numbers getting really big. And so if all of a sudden I'm noticing now, like for instance, we're over a minute away from our target, I just cut the throttle. Just stop and let yourself get closer. We're not coming in too hot. We're coming in nice and calm. This isn't Jebediah after all. It's Alec. Alec is a relative rookie. Okay, I gotta pick a docking spot too. Actually, it's aiming me for the end here, and that's where the hub is, so that's good. I think it's aiming for that. Doesn't look like I'm aiming at that. Stop for a sec. Stop, stop, stop. Where are you going? Well, like this waypoint does not look like where I'm going. Okay. Control from here. Looks like I'm aimed at like up here somewhere, so... Here, let's just switch. I want to dock that guy. Right there. Come back. And set that as a target. Yeah. Oh, we're really close to the rock. Come on. Yeah, I thought it was aiming. I always thought that the target is wherever this little waypoint is, but clearly the target was like way up here. It's probably at the center of mass of this whole thing. Okay, I think we're good now. So we'll spin this around. I think we're more or less going the right way. This thing ain't what you would call nippy. Just don't hit the rock. Mind the paint there, Alec. Mind the paint. Okay, see? Just like I just like I know what I'm doing. Which of course is always a dubious thing to assume. But seem to be pretty good here. Okay, I think we're more or less going the way we need to. Put on RCS. Thrusting a little bit more forward. I think I need to slow down a little bit. Oh, I can see the prograde vector on the nav ball. So bringing that up towards the target icon. Just like that. That's slowing us down. What's the nice thing about this vessel that really I find helps, and if you remember this trick, it helps, is to put a part on there to mark the top of the vessel, the dorsal part. In this case, it's this solar panel. This solar panel marks the top. So if you put the solar panel pointing up on the screen, then the nav ball and the ship orientation all match, and that really helps for thrusting in the right directions. Okay. Does a pod burn? Oh, sorry, I'm hearing the pod. These guys can re-enter, but I believe I've removed all the ablator. I have, but normally yes, you can re-enter with these pods. They're coming from the Making History DLC. Sometimes get people asking what DLC would you buy if you could only buy one, and it would be Making History, mostly because of all the parts. And it's funny, I do my tutorial series without using any of the DLCs, and all of a sudden I realize, I don't have that part? There are so many parts that I just sort of assume are in the base game that I sometimes get surprised what isn't there. Okay, we're almost there. And we'll refuel this vessel back up. I know now it's only got... Well, it's still enough for us to get home, but... There's not a ton of fuel left, but I have a lot of liquid fuel on this station, so we'll fuel it up. But again, this might be this probably is this thing's last mission. So I don't know if I really care that much. All right, we're almost there. Almost there, and dock. Beautiful, beautiful. 7 to disable the reaction wheels. Oh, we should shut down this engine. But otherwise, we are here. We've got a whole new crew of Kerbals in and around the moon. We have tons of liquid fuel. We have tons of oxidizer. We're going to refuel this lander, and we're going to go through and we're going to be banging off some contracts. But all of that is going to have to be for the next stream, which remember is 2 weeks from today. So in the meantime, have yourselves a fabulous 2 weekends. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody who's watching this at a later date. And as always, a very, very special thank you to all of my wonderful Patreon patrons and YouTube members. Have yourselves a great couple of weeks, and we'll see you all 2 more Thursdays from here. Bye, everybody.